Welcome back to Politics Tonight. Thank you very much for staying with us. Arguably, Nigeria is endowed with several tourism potentials and destinations which, if maximally harnessed, can become a major source of revenue. Over the years, successive governments have put in efforts to harness the potentials of the sector. But how far have we achieved the goal of turning our huge tourism potentials into gold? Tonight, let's speak with an entrepreneur, policy analyst, and global tourism pioneer, Dr. Bright Winner. He joins us virtually from the United States. Good evening to you, Dr. Winner. Thanks a lot for joining us on Politics Tonight. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Jumoke. Thank you for having me.
All right. So first, let me get your reaction to this latest development coming from the U.S. President Donald Trump. And I mean, the first reaction to this as a Nigerian is that, oh, great to see that Nigeria is not on that list. But listening to the reasons for this action, the Trump administration stated that the travel ban aims to mitigate foreign terrorist threats and other security risks. For you, are these enough reasons or justification for this ban?
Thank you so much, Jumoke, for having me on your esteemed program. I don't take it for granted. Yes, the primary duty of any president is to protect its citizens, his people. And I'm sure President Donald Trump has his facts, has his intelligence, has his security officials who brief him every day and who have come up with this list. I'm not privy to know the depth of why those 12 countries were put on the list, but I believe the president has information that I don't have, that you don't have. And I'm glad that Nigeria is not on the list.
All right, then. It's a new development, so we'll continue to follow this story as it unfolds. So let's talk about tourism, especially as this administration has shown great interest in diversifying the economy. In February, the federal government officially adopted Destination 2030, Nigeria Everywhere, as Nigeria's global soft power and tourism brand, which, according to the federal government, marks a significant milestone in the country's journey to becoming a prominent global hub for art, culture, tourism, and creative economy. It's been 2 years since this administration came on board. What's your assessment of the federal government's approach to tourism? Has there really been a shift?
Well, thank you so much. I want to, really appreciate our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, His Excellency, and also his Vice President Kashim Shettima, and his leadership team for all the efforts they are putting into making sure that Nigeria, a nation of more than 200 million people, use its resources to generate revenue to better the life of its people. And this policy, this 5-point policy, is a way forward. It's a laudable achievement to put this framework in place to help move Nigeria forward by diversifying Nigeria away from oil and gas into tourism. So I'm very, very supportive of this policy, and I believe it will work if we have the right mindset. You can have the best policies, you can have the best, but if you have the wrong mindset, it will not work. It will not work. The policy is great in writing. The policy is awesome, the way it has been laid down. But if Nigerians don't have the right mindset, the policy will go nowhere.
So what is it about the right mindset?
Thank you so much. The right mindset. You can have a policy that says everyone should queue up to enter the train, or everyone should do this to do this. But if people feel that they can jump the line, that's their mindset, that policy will not work. So the first thing that Nigerians have to understand is that we must believe in Nigeria. Tourism is about selling Nigeria to the world. That's the summary of what tourism is all about. You want to attract foreign guests, even Nigerians who are in diaspora. You want to attract them to Nigeria. So You have to believe in Nigeria before you can attract people to Nigeria.
Okay.
Unfortunately, many Nigerians don't believe in this country. On social media, it's obvious. We condemn everything. We condemn the president, we condemn the vice president, we condemn the governors, we condemn everything happening in Nigeria. We believe nothing good can come out of this country. So how can you succeed in tourism if our mindset is always Nigeria is bad? It's not possible.
All right, and you think the right mindset would change that narrative? Oh, and also, my next question, also related to that, is that in what ways can tourism contribute to President Tinubu's objective of transitioning Nigeria towards a $1 trillion economy by 2030?
Well, it's a no-brainer. That's the only way to go. How many oil wells can we dig in Nigeria? How many more oil wells can we dig? Oil is great, but we have so many natural resources, so many cultural events, so many things that we can offer the world, that the world will come and enjoy this country. So we just have to understand that we must, it's a must, we must diversify the economy to global tourism. Unfortunately, most of our tourism is just local tourism. Local tourism is good, whereby you attract Nigerians coming from the north to the south, or the east to the west, or south to the east. That's local tourism. If we really want to develop our economy and we want to achieve the $1 trillion that our president has put in place, it has to be attracting foreigners, Europeans, Americans, Asians into Nigeria to enjoy what Nigeria has to offer. That is where we get our foreign exchange. That's where we bring in foreign exchange into the country. Not just by attracting local tourists, but attracting global tourists into Nigeria. And that's what I am proposing. Global tourism, not just local tourism.
All right. Maybe we should have started with this question. You know, apart from some Nigerians not believing in the country, what are the main obstacles to leveraging tourism for economic growth in Nigeria, and how can they be addressed?
Thank you so much. We have to understand that many people tell me, oh, we have this insecurity problem, we have infrastructural problem, we have all these problems. That's correct. But we cannot wait to solve all our problems before we attract global tourism. We cannot. Dubai has succeeded in attracting global tourism. Dubai still has many problems, but they keep attracting tourists. 17 million, I guess the last year they attracted more than 17 million tourists. They still have problems. They have bad weather. They still have issues with security. But yet, so Nigeria has to move forward despite our problems, because when we increase our revenue, then we can improve infrastructure. We can do many things. Nigeria does not have money right now. Most of the revenue that comes from oil and gas has already been mortgaged to pay loans, to pay back loans. So where's the money to do all this infrastructure? That's why we have to move forward. We have to start somewhere. We have to attract global tourism. We have to do what we need to do to diversify our economy, and we must do it now and fast.
So, Dr. Winner, if indeed there is no money, how do you think the government can, ensure that investments in tourism infrastructure are impactful and sustainable? Because the truth is, successive government had invested so much in that sector.
Thank you so much. I've been to many countries. I've been to St. Lucia, small country, yet attracts so many tourists. I've been around the world. And we just have to understand that You don't have to have a mansion for me to come to your house. All you need to do is to be welcoming. You don't need to live in a White House or in a governor's mansion for me to visit your house. You can have a one-bedroom house and I still come because you are welcoming. You have the right mindset. You are happy to see me coming to your house. You have a stool, I can enjoy your stool. You have a small table, I can enjoy your small table. You have a small meal, I can enjoy your small meal. It's because you welcome me. You are happy to see me, and I'm happy to be there. So Nigeria, we have so much that we can offer. We just have to be welcoming to our guests when they come.
Aren't we doing enough? Aren't we doing enough as a people? We're quite accommodating as Nigerians, don't you think so?
We are, but what do we do on social media? You can tell me better. How much we tear down the government, how much we tear down the country. Do you know that foreigners read all these things that we put out there?
Okay.
The world is a global village now. There's nothing you put out there on the internet that is not read in Europe, that is not read in South Africa, it's not read in Asia. It's read everywhere. So if half of us pull down the nation, how do you expect me to come and visit the country?
All right. So let's talk about the policy document. I mean, I believe you must have gone through Nigeria's national tourism policy. And for the purpose of this conversation, how is the revitalization of the national tourism policy and the tourism development master plan under this administration expected to drive sustainable development? What updates or revisions to that policy are needed to make it more effective in the current global tourism landscape?
Thank you so much. That's a good question. The policy is excellent. The policy is wonderful. But let me say something here. You cannot attract global tourists with outdated ideas. You cannot attract Asians, Europeans, Americans, sophisticated tourists who are looking for where to spend their money, who are looking for places to go every year. You cannot attract them because we are in a competitive world. We are competing with Malaysia, we are competing with Morocco, we are competing with Mexico, we are competing with Disney Worlds of this world, with Dubai, UAE. Everybody, even Saudi Arabia right now, they are upping their game in the area of tourism. We are competing for these dollars to come into Nigeria. And the policy is awesome. There is nothing that will change in the policy. But the point I'm trying to bring up is this. We have to be innovative. We have to be creative. We cannot attract these people in the millions. I'm talking about attracting millions, not just 500,000, not just 200,000 tourists. I'm talking about ideas that will attract 5 million to 10 million tourists into Nigeria.
So as an expert, Dr.
Year.
Winner, as an expert, the essence of this conversation is for us to talk to us about these bright ideas, because I wanted to ask how you thought the policy is adapting to emerging tourism trends, such as digital tourism or experiential travel. So back to that first question, what updates or revisions to that policy are needed to make it more effective in this current global tourism trend?
I'm trying to make you understand that the policy is not a problem.
Okay.
The policy is not a problem. I'm talking about how to apply those policies.
Okay.
We have to be innovative. We have to be innovative. We have great destinations. Now, those destinations, how do we package these destinations to make it attractive to Europeans, to Americans, to Russians? How do we do that? So it takes us to think. We have waterfalls. Okay, how do we package this waterfall to make it attractive? We have festivals. Different festival. How do we package it? How do we market it to make it attractive? That's what I'm talking about. It takes thinking out of the box to achieve this. Look at what Dubai is doing. Dubai is a desert emirate, but yet they are thinking out of the box every hour, every minute. Why? To attract you to Dubai.
All right. And I guess that's why we have a ministry dedicated to that sector. But the question I would like to ask you is, this is a national policy document. It's the National Tourism Policy. Do you think that for proper implementation, there is a need for us to domesticate that policy document?
It has to be domesticated because I see what Lagos State is doing. Lagos State is really, really pushing the envelope. And I commend the governor for that and his leadership team. But there's so much to still do in Lagos State.
Okay.
You know, and I hope other states will see what is happening in Lagos State and also begin to step up the place, step up in their. Because we have so much to cover. We have so much to offer the world. Nigeria has one of the best cultural heritage in the world. Unfortunately, even our children don't know about our cultural
all right, Dr. Winner, because of our time, you know, the truth is we're doing better than before. For instance, you know, Judy Oba Festival is this weekend. And I can categorically tell you the number of Nigerians living abroad who have trooped in for the ceremony. And this evening, Governor Viability called it a world-class international festival. But the truth, just like you said, is that we can do better. So from your own perspective, what types of investments are needed in the tourism sector to drive the economic diversification that President Tinubu envisions?
Well, we have to market whatever we want to offer the world. Just like you mentioned just now, we have festivals, but how many people have heard about it? I'm not just talking about repeat visitors who came last year, who come again this year. How do we get people that have never heard of it to hear about it? How much money are we devoted in marketing and promotions? Are we on CNN?
Okay.
Do we have the promo on CNN? Do we have the promo on global networks to attract these people to Nigeria? That's what I'm talking about. We put so much money in oil and gas, invest, but we don't put enough in. See, you can have the best product. If I don't know about it, I will never show up there. So how do we promote our activities, our festivals? How do we promote our tourist destinations? How do we tell the world about it? I still see ads on Jamaica, come to Jamaica every day. I see ads come to St. Bat. I see all these promotions every time on TV. And I'm lured to go there. How many times have I seen come to Nigeria on CNN or come to this festival on CNN, on Fox News, on CBS, all these global networks? How many times do we show all these things? We don't. So how do we expect them to come?
All right. You know, we have a Minister of Arts, Culture, Tourism and Creative Economy, Barrister Natu Musawa. If you were to speak to her directly and she poses this question to you, how can Nigeria's rich cultural heritage and creative industries be harnessed to promote tourism and contribute to national economic growth? What would you tell her?
I will tell her, esteemed Excellency, that we need to talk good about the country. There are many Americans.
So what is the job of the NOA? How do you challenge the NOA on this?
Yes, it's all integrated. We all have to band together to achieve this. It's not just the job of one sector or one department. We all have to. It's a national challenge. We have to take it up. We have to sing the song. Nigerians love tourists. Nigerians love global tourists. We want you to come to our country. Come to Nigeria. We have to sing the song. We have to make it known. That is what the minister ought to do. There should be a campaign all over Nigeria saying we are welcoming tourists. We love tourists. We want you to come to our country. We'll receive you. That is how, when people see it on social media that we are welcoming them, They will come. They will come.
All right.
The nations of the world are looking for where to go.
All right, then.
And have a good time.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bright Winner, entrepreneur, policy analyst, and global tourism pioneer. Thank you so much for your time tonight.
Thank you so much, Jumoke.
Right.
Thanks for having me.